from the Aberdeen Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I'm here with Candace from Fit and Fire Studios, and you have a really awesome event coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do. So it is the Yogathon. It is our yearly give back to the community, to everybody that supports us, and even families of people that support us. We want to be a really positive influence on the community. So every year we do a Yogathon. We choose a different charity every year. This year we are raising money for DTOM Veterans Ranch, who is working with veterans with PTSD, also family members with PTSD. They're really, really expanding and doing a lot of really, really great work there. So we're really proud to raise money for them. So throughout the Yogathon, it'll be Friday from 4 to 8:30, and from Saturday from 9 to 4. There's classes that are going to be going on across the city. Every studio, we have 5 studios here. Every studio is going to have classes going on. We have classes that are going to be going off at Charisma, at Boho Closet, at Wolfpack Family Jiu-Jitsu in their new place. So we're really excited. We have and at Revive in their loft. So we have like a lot of really, really fun. Oh, and a Poise. I keep on like a Poise has like a really great one too. So like across the city, we have Yogathon brochures that you can pick up at any location that is one of the sponsors. So 322 is also one. Dempsey's is also one. Aerial Arts by Avery has classes going on, both of them. They're a very, very significant partner with the Yogathon. So you can just go to any class that you want, throw in whatever you want. 100% of what you throw into the bucket is going to go to the charity. We don't take anything off the top. We pay for our own advertising, own printing costs, so that way we can assure you that whatever you give to the charity goes exactly to the charity. You can just go and like we usually try to geek out a little bit for a Yogathon, doing classes that like you might not normally do it, and so it's just a fun time to try new things. And so there you'll pick up what you do. As you try to sign up ahead of time, when you see the brochure, there's going to be instructions to sign up for classes, because some of them the space is limited, and we do have some full classes already that are really, really popular on the schedule. But to do a full Yogathon is to do classes consecutively. So the true Yogathon starts on Saturday. So at approximately 8:40, we'll start the opening prayer, and then from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, if you do classes back to back, that's an official Yogathon. You'll win a medal just like you win in a marathon. There's an ultra marathon option if you add one more class to it, so you'll end at 4:15. You'll get a little sticker that says that you've done the ultra marathon. And then Friday night is our 5K. That's like if you don't want to do the full one, you can get a little medal that shows that you've done all the classes on Friday night. And this is not a requirement. You can do as many classes as you want to and just throw in what you want. But the Yogathon, to actually do the medal, is to commit to try to do anyone. It's a lot of fun. We have like a lot of people that even come from out of town to do it, so it's really fun.
And so you've been doing this for a while now, and every year you pick a new charity, which I think is so cool.
Yes.
And like you mentioned, there's so many different classes, and I think you do a really great job of explaining that like people kind of maybe think of one thing when they think of yoga, but yoga is not just one thing.
Right, yeah. There are over 400 different types of yoga, and it's a very false thing that like when people hear sometimes say, oh, this is not real yoga, which actually doesn't embrace the history of yoga in the first place. Yoga was always like matching the energies of the people that they were serving. So if you have somebody that likes to have more slow classes, there are slower classes like restorative and yin. Some people that like to have more high-paced classes, and so those are like flow classes, or even our HIIT HIIT classes. They're ones that are like scientifically proven for weight loss. So we also have this idea of like if you're going to exercise, make it count.
And the room we're in right now is a really unique room.
Yes, we are in the salt cellar. This is another like one and only in Aberdeen. The whole floor is lined with salt. We have a back wall salt, and then we have a halo generator that grinds out the salt, puts it into microscopic particles that'll go out in the air. It's good for your respiratory system, where you'll breathe in and you'll get salt all up in the sinuses and the lungs, and it helps to clean that out. Really good for your skin and hair as well. It can help you get a better night's sleep the night afterwards because you have better oxygen transfer. And so it's just a really fun. Well, we also do yoga classes in here, and really fun this year is like super unique. We've got a class that's going to be led by Grace, who also works at the Convention Bureau. That's called All Booked Up. So you can bring in your favorite book and you can sit in this room and read while the salt treatment's going up.
It's super cool. And there's like 108 ohms in this room too?
Yes, 108 ohms is a very nice, and that's a very, very relaxing. Ohm has like it vibrates your throat, so it has this great relaxing vibration effect on your body and on your mind. So it's like people that are not really used to meditation and just sitting in silence, those are like really good beginner classes to go to because they kind of help you tune out by giving you just like a single task to focus on. Yeah.
Cool. So people, if they are interested, and you don't have to do all the classes, right? You can drop in and just do one or two, or right?
Yep. Exactly.
So they can go to your website and find out more.
Yep.
Or like
we now have AberdeenYogathon.com. So if you type in AberdeenYogathon.com, not only can you sign up for classes from there, you'll see all the schedule that's on there. You're going to see all of our sponsors. They're businesses that really go the extra mile to make this like a really fun community-wide event. So you'll be able to visit them any of those places. If you want to pick up a paper copy, you can go to one of those places and pick it up.
Awesome. And you also have like a special like veterans yoga event coming up later in the year too.
Thank you. I'm very, very excited. We are bringing in the Veterans for Yoga project. It's a really, really huge deal in Aberdeen. These people usually go to like Los Angeles and like the bigger places. So it took a lot of convincing for them to come to Aberdeen. It is not just for veterans, for anyone that's suffering from PTSD or has family members to PTSD. So you do not need to be a yoga teacher to attend the class. But when you come to the class, you're going to learn. It's actually a 12-week protocol that people go through that is clinically proven. In fact, this what we'll be learning is what's being used in veterans hospitals all across the United States and Canada. So yeah, it's a really, really exciting. They're bringing in master trainers. I think it's just going to be super great for like first responders. It's going to be great for people that work in shelters, people that work for the domestic shelters. If you work as a counselor, it's a great idea. If you have a family member with PTSD, this is all just to kind of educate you not only on how to help, but then also like if somebody's having issues with PTSD, you'll be a lot more knowledgeable about how to help them. So. Yeah.
Awesome. And if they want more information about that, your website again?
Yep, that's awesome. At fitandfirestudios.com, and so that one we're really excited. So they need 20 people. So like I think they have the deadline is now moved to February. So I will let people know if we can't get 20 people. Unfortunately, they don't come. So like we're really trying to push people to like make sure they sign up, register, so we can get that filled up and we can have that wonderful opportunity in Aberdeen.
Awesome. And so I know like curling, they always say like good curling. Is there like a good yoga? Is there like how do we tell people to have a good yogathon?
Have a good yogathon? If you have a good yogathon, it's you doing what makes you feel good, is what I would say. Is like we never push people into something and say like, nope, you're gonna like this whether you like it or not. We always say you're gonna find things that you like, that you're naturally attracted to, and we're really proud. That's like we're a studio that's called We Match You Where You're At, which means instead of trying to fit you into the mold that we think you should be in, we think find out where you're at and then match you with like the teachers and the classes that are going to do the best for you. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And again, Yogathon info on the website. It'll be down below and linked as well. All right, and once you are all stretched out at the Yogathon, you can head over to the Aberdeen Wings. They are home this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Puck drops at 7:15 both nights versus the Bismarck Bobcats. And if you have some questions or concerns for our area legislators, on Saturday morning you'll have a chance to chat with them. It is the first legislative Cracker Barrel. They've been in Pierre for a few weeks now, so if you have any questions about that event will be at Northern at the Kessler's Championship Room in the Barnett Center. It's kind of in the back. It overlooks the new football field. So if you haven't been there, it's a really neat room too, but that is where that event will be, and you can chat with legislators, ask questions. It's kind of an open forum, an open panel style discussion. And the 85th annual Carnival of Silver Skates is in Groton on Sunday. There are performances at 2 p.m. and then again at 6:30, so you can do an afternoon or an evening. And that just showcases figure skaters throughout the area. It's a really cool outdoor event. It sounds like it will definitely be cold enough. I know in past actually it has been too warm and they've had to move the event indoors, but it should be cold enough to be outside, so just make sure you bundle up good, maybe bring that cocoa or some hot coffee, and watch some figure skating in Groton. All right, and if you are looking for more things to do as you plan your trips here in Aberdeen, make sure to go to AberdeenAreaEvents.com. Also, if you have events to promote, again, make sure you submit those to AberdeenAreaEvents.com. All right, I've been Catherine from the Aberdeen Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I hope you have an amazing weekend and have a fun time if you participate in the Yogathon.